Here we go. Oh my gosh. It's Rudy Nerio. I'm Steve Teal with Peanut Butter Bowl. And man, we've been talking to difference makers all day today, yesterday. And Rudy's been coming around, and we've had other interviews going, and he's been so patient.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, though, we're just doing our little Peanut Butter Bowl studio interviews. He's been over there with Dave Campbell's doing live interviews. Like, he's big time.
No.
I can't believe after that, he's like, yeah, I guess I'll hang out with you guys too. I'm just kidding. No, I was just talking to Rudy. I've known him for so long and believed in him for a long time. I mean, going back to his Madison high school playing days.
Yeah.
And catching up again with him when he was at Brandeis, and then I feel like God led him to Alamo Heights, and now he's the head football coach at Alamo Heights, and I'm excited.
Amen.
And I've been watching you like walk around like, Rudy, you were made for this.
Yeah.
You were made for this.
I feel like it's my calling.
It is your calling.
This is your calling and coaching's mine, so
yeah,
appreciate it.
Talk to us about your calling with it. Like, when did the coaching sort of calling or the bug kind of hit you?
Probably pretty young. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, I was fortunate to play for Ritterman and a bunch of good guys at Madison, godly guys, and you know, I just kind of felt like, you know, that's probably something I want to do, and so it was kind of that, and you know, I haven't really thought about doing anything else in life, and you know, they impacted my life so much and brought a lot to me, you know, helping me grow up, you know, so owe them a lot. But yeah, I kind of started there and just kind of ran from there and haven't thought about doing anything else.
So you just knew that was the path you were supposed to take?
Yeah, I mean, I was good in school and some other stuff, you know, and I thought maybe I'll be an engineer. I'm good in math, or, you know, well, if, you know, school doesn't work out, maybe I'll be a firefighter like my uncle, you know, but no, it all worked out, and I'm exactly where I need to be.
Yeah, man. Well, tell us what it feels like now. I mean, you've been coaching for how long?
15.
15.
Close to, yeah.
Yeah. So tell us what it's like. I mean, you finally have your opportunity. Even though you're so young, you probably have been chomping at the bit to get that opportunity to have your own program.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, you know, you always envision what it's going to look like, you know, when you do it one day. And that's kind of what I did, you know, along the years, kind of work for great people and take the things that I love and kind of took bits and pieces of people, you know, but at the same time, spin it into who I am as a person, you know, not trying to mimic and do other things that other people do, really do what I believe in. And so kind of finding my identity that way, I kind of just put my life's work together, and I was ready to go once the interview process started. So
well, you were in a great high school program and a great college program as well. So I imagine you took some things from them and then just kept learning things along the way.
That's it. Yeah, you know, started at Madison and obviously got to learn how Coach Streety does things.
The Streety way,
and you know, that awesome coaching pipeline, and then obviously Mario and Baylor. I mean, I worked and played for Pete Fredenberg, who is I always tell everybody he's the D3 Nick Saban. You know, as a coach, you know how he runs his operation, how everything matters. You know, it's 4th and 1 every single day. You know, our biggest wins were some of our biggest butt chewings. You know,
is that right?
Yeah, because it was all about battling complacency. You know, and not settling for what we did. You know, the whole mentality of, if you think what you did yesterday is great, then you haven't done anything today. You know, I kind of learned that from him. You know, it's probably a good thing, you know, and sometimes a bad thing, because you cannot celebrate some stuff because you're ready to move on to the next thing. You know, but at the same time, when you look back at everything, you're like, that's why you have success, because you do treat things like that. So, and then obviously work for Jeff Fleener at Brandeis, you know, learn from him and David Branscombe, and then, you know, then I got to work for Ron, who always wanted to, you know, and got that opportunity. And wow, I mean, that was such an impactful stop for me. You know, just awesome human being, and showing how to treat your people right, and take care of your people, and I really learned how that goes a long way. So yeah, super blessed.
What does that look like in your mind, treating people the right way?
Yeah, I mean, just taking care of people. You know, he was always about taking care of our families, you know, and really made that priority. You know, if your kid has something, go take care of it.
Yeah.
Go to that. It's okay to not be at work while others are not working. Not that I didn't think that was not okay at other places,
right.
But just he really put a priority on it, and I never really looked at it that way. I think I'm a better dad and husband because I worked for him, and he had that environment, and made it known and told us to do that. So I think that kept coaches happy and obviously keeps the mamas at home happy, which allows us to do what we do every day. So, yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right, I got so many questions.
Come on.
Come on.
I got number time for you.
I love it. Well, talk to me about some of the new hires, promotions, and what's that look like for the Mules?
So we took Coach Grubb.
Yeah.
He's our offensive coordinator now, which is, he's kind of my right-hand man, and we've been together for a while. Worked with his brother at Brandeis, Aaron. So, we've been together the last, 5 years now, 4 years now.
Yeah.
So going on 5. He's our offensive coordinator. Hired PJ Quinters to replace me in the offensive line room. Coming from Victoria East or West, one of those.
East.
I can't remember. East. There we go.
Yeah,
I get him confused because the other ones were in our district.
Yeah.
So hired him. Excited about him. Local guy, Floresville guy, out of San Antonio. And then I hired RT Gonzalez, he was the Wagner defensive coordinator. So he's going to help out in the secondary, be the co-DC. And then I'm sliding more to the tight ends.
Interesting.
But I'm still with the O-line.
Okay.
I can't give that up completely. That's my baby. So, now I get to live in both worlds. So it allows me to be with the O-line, but also be at all the pass stuff and special team stuff, and be there to help in that capacity. So I'm still coaching. I can't just oversee it all. I gotta be in the thick of it.
I love it. I do. All right, hey, you guys have had a pretty great summer.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, we had a good summer. Guys are working hard. We had great attendance this summer for summer strength and conditioning. Got into some 7-on-7 stuff. Tuesday night, league night. Playing a bunch of 5A D1, 6A schools, did really well. Had one tie in the summer, all wins. Other than that, on Tuesday nights, and then qualified. We actually made the finals for the Westlake qualifier. Lost, so we didn't get qualified for state. Next weekend we hosted our own at our place. We won that one.
Wow.
Won every game, so qualified for state.
Golly.
So we went to College Station for the state tournament and made it. We were the second best team in our pool play, so we got to go to the championship bracket, which was the first time in somebody told me 20 years. It was like early 2000s, the last time they did that.
Wow. It's probably back when Drew Allen was quarterback.
Something in there, Giovanni Visa, somewhere around there. I think it was Drew Allen, though.
Okay.
And then we actually won a pool play game, which was the last time was when they made it to the championship bracket. So won our first game in the championship bracket, made the top 16. So that was all 5A, 6A schools that qualified. So that was exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
All right.
And we were one play away from moving on from there.
Oh,
we almost made the 8, but it was good. It was awesome.
All right. Talk a little bit about some of what you're going to be looking from the offense and then the defense.
Yeah. So, offensively, number one, protect the football. We're trying to make sure we don't turn it over, no interceptions. Ball security is going to be a priority for us. But really looking to be dominant up front. Continue that culture is not going to change, but aggressive with our ball carriers, and we call it knife in the defense. We're not dancing. I'd say that we're running north and south, not east and west, and so big priority in that. And then I would say schematically, just players over plays. We're looking to make sure we get our playmakers the ball. Not really consumed with the types of plays we run, but making sure our dudes get the football.
I love that. Our dudes get the
exciting
football.
and some new formation stuff.
Oh, okay.
Trying to be a little more multiple in that regard.
Okay.
Some stuff I've done in the past, and defensively, we're going to be mean. And physical. So
that's what you got to be.
So we're looking to really excited about that side of the ball. We were really young last year, so we had 6 sophomores on the defense, and
that's young.
So that's all experience now.
Right.
And, trying to create a culture of creating turnovers. The trash cans coming back.
All right, all right.
If you remember the trash can,
I know about trash cans.
Yes. The turnover trash can's coming.
Nice.
So it's going to be nice and golden on the sidelines.
I
so,
like it.
Just creating ultimately just creating a competitive culture. You know, everything we do in practice is competitive, a lot of good on good, iron sharpens iron, like the good book tells us.
Yes.
You know, so I believe in that from a practice standpoint too, and kind of we've integrated that into our practices already, so it gets a little fiery and competitive, but at the end of the day, we make sure we dab each other up and bring the team back in. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's any individual players?
Yeah, you know,
mention maybe?
So some guys had some really good summers. Lee Brockwell at safety. He's gonna be with us on Thursday. He'll be there.
Okay, good.
Returning safety for us. Really turning into a really vocal leader of our team. So super excited about him.
Yeah.
You know, he called all the defense for 7-on-7 himself. And,
wow.
I mean, he's like having another coach on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that smart of a kid.
Yeah.
And then, you know, offensively, obviously we're returning our quarterback. So, you know, Easton Stone is going to be leading that up with Landon Baldwin, 3-year starter at receiver. He'll be back. So, you know, obviously left tackle, 6'6" left tackle. It's, you know, a great leader and a great person, you know, Ben Patamber. And then obviously the big name, you know, we've got the Drake Carroll kid, defensive end, 6'5", 240, committed to TCU. So,
wow.
Yeah, he's going to be, it'd be pretty impactful next year. So,
I think so.
I'm excited.
I think so.
I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk a little bit more Peanut Butter Bowl and then I want to talk just about the District of Doom. But Peanut Butter Bowl, Alamo Heights. I mean, I don't have all the records in front of me, but typically going to be top 5, top 3. They won it 1 year. I mean, so there's a legacy there. How do you continue that? What's that going to look like?
You battle complacency.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know, I just think about like, I think I've been a part of every year of Peanut Butter Bowl. You know, because I think when I was at Brandeis, that was the first year.
That's it, 2016.
2016, so that was my first year in coaching.
Wow.
You know, or at least in high school. So I've been a part. I don't know if any of these other coaches have, but I have. I've been a part of every game. So, you know, we always did it back then. And when I got to Heights, obviously Ron was still doing it there. So I've already talked to my team moms about how competitive I am, and they're on board. So we're gonna try to give everybody a run for their money.
I love it. I love it. That's gonna be great, man. That's gonna be great. All right, we'll finish with some football talk again. Remind me who's in your district. We had an interview.
Who isn't in our district?
Who isn't? Who isn't? The Minnesota Vikings aren't. Hey, good news.
So we're in the SEC of Region 4. So we got obviously us, Bernie, who is just a great team, great program. New Braunfels has come into it, right? So they're dropping down from 5A D1. They played 3 rounds deep last year. You know, so we played 4. Bernie played 4 rounds deep last year. Liberty Hill, who played 3 rounds deep the year before. So, you know, we've got those 4 plus the new schools. So the brand new Liberty Hill school is in there as well, and the brand new Braunfels school.
That's where we were talking about this district.
Long Creek, and then we wrap it up with Vets Memorial. So Adam Judson. So it's there's no slouches. I mean, you got to bring your A game every week, and we're gonna have to play if we want to win some games. So but it's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be fun.
That's what you live for, right?
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
I think going to all that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the last 4 teams in the region are the 4 teams out of our district. Like, that's not surprising. So it's a good thing.
Man, it is exciting.
Yeah, I know it. I know.
I love this guy. Man, I believe in this guy. He's going to do great things. Very excited for Alamo Heights community. It's going to be really great. So thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Coach Nerio. Coach Nerio. I know this guy so
I'm
well.
Rudy to you.
It comes out. So, hey, we got a saying around Peanut Butter Bowl. I know Alamo Heights knows it real well. When we feed people in need, we all win. Hey, great job.
Thanks, brother.